Powers resolution enacted under the Nixon administration requires the president to consult Congress in every possible instance. President Clinton has said he'll do just that. But he could decide to exert his own constitutional power to act on his own. Kai Groennings, First Business. President Clinton says American values, interest, and leadership are at stake in Bosnia, and now is the time to act. The president is seeking public support for 20,000 troops to Bosnia. But he doesn't want war.
Let me say at the outset, America's role will not be about fighting a war.
The president sees America's leadership as crucial following the peace deal developed in Dayton, Ohio.
America's commitment to leadership will be questioned if we refuse to participate in implementing a peace agreement we brokered right here in the United States.
Congressional leaders reacted with an about-face. Senate Majority Leader Bob Dole says he'll keep an open mind. President Clinton's call to duty does make assumptions that could have varied results concerning the basis for American troops being there, how long American forces would be there, what U.S. forces will do, and most importantly, whether the new agreement can bring peace. The president believes the agreement shows the three peoples are ready.
Exhausted by war, they made a commitment to peace.
But many officials believe the warring parties aren't able to control local uprisings. Congressional leaders wonder, if U.S. forces are to be engaged in peacekeeping, will there be a peace to keep? At present, there is little peace, except within the context of the new agreement. The War Powers resolution enacted under the Nixon administration requires the president to consult Congress in every possible instance. President Clinton has said he'll do just that. But he could decide to exert his own constitutional power to act on his own. Kai Groennings, First Business. As President Aaron Byler tells it, a guy came to his town in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. But at first, he and his Amish associates didn't want to open a market on the Eastern Shore.
So then he came up again and said, well, how about if I give you a year free rent? Well, then you got to think. Then we had to think. So we said, oh, well, after a while, after 3 or 4 trips, we said, okay, we'll try it.
Out of 36 offers, Aaron and his partners from Pennsylvania settled on the Annapolis Harbor Center. What's different about the Amish stuff that you like?
Because it's fresh. It's just fresh, that's all.
Baby peeled carrots, Brussels sprouts, and fresh spring onions. All grown by the Amish? Not quite. It says Pennsylvania Dutch Farmers Market, but the produce and the meat is not actually raised, grown by the Amish.
I was under the impression that it was, and that kind of bothers me that it's not.
That what they have and where they buy it, it doesn't concern me as much because I do feel their goods are good.
I don't know what the consumer actually expects, you know, with a name. I thought it was from Amish country because we've been to Amish country.
Still, the bakery is churning out fresh cakes, pies, and breads, but that's about it. What do you guys as Amish actually make in Pennsylvania?
Well, we have like different people making it for us. We don't make that much ourselves.
Kai Groennings, First Business. Retailers are fearing a lousy holiday season. They expect only a 4 to 5% sales increase over last year. That's a sharp slowdown from gains of 7% the previous 3 years. Still, this year's holidays will be like 1994's in one way.
We think consumer electronics are probably going to drive holiday sales this year.
For many consumers, money that might have been spent on clothes or toys will likely be used for computers or software.
The cost is coming down. People are hearing about the Windows 95 thing.
Have to get all the video games and new CD-ROM games for little brothers and sisters.
I think that as the economy gets tighter and tighter, people look more to increasing their education and increasing their children's education. One of the best ways they can do that is through computers.
Many consumers are ready to spend big bucks on computers, televisions, and other electronic equipment that lasts several years or longer, but not everyone can afford a computer Christmas.
Out of my budget. Those are way too pricey.
Getting some shirts and ties, some real live Rush Limbaugh type ties, you know, wild ties, action ties.
Clothing retailers are planning large discounts to bring out the bargain hunters. But analysts say the clothing sector is expected to report slow sales because many people are less fashion conscious and are wearing more casual clothes to work. A few small business owners remain optimistic, though. Affluent shoppers are feeling good because of this year's strong stock market, so upscale stores could see an improvement.
Since this is early October, we hope that it will be increase over last year.
Kai Groennings, First Business.